Hey everyone, welcome back with Beano Mac, where today we're doing yet another playthrough in arcade mode with Mortal Kombat Deception. This time we're going to be playing as Nightwolf here, and we're taking on Darius in the Beetle lair to start off here. I always thought it was really cool that the arrows the Nightwolf shoots always sticks in the opponent for a while. Looks like they get cleared out at the end of the round though. Man, I can't get him with that freaking lightning bolt attack. But if I could be serious for 1 minute, as far as the question of the day goes, who is your guys' favorite Native American fighter in any fighting game, period? So it could be Nightwolf, it could be T-Hawk from Street Fighter. Could even be we'll throw Julia Chang in there too, from Tekken. Which I'm sure, I don't know if she's Indian or not, actually. I think she's more just one of those, like, liberal college girls or whatever. That want to save the forest and all that other stuff, I don't know. But, well, I don't know. If she is Native American, then I'm sure she's probably everybody's favorite. Oh, that's actually cool too. You can see in the background that the initial area that I broke off was still broken too. I never noticed that. Nudist, my goodness. Gotta keep this a PG channel. For fuck's sake. God bless me. Alright, we're gonna try and get this hammer. Actually, there we go. Only thing is that the hammer doesn't have any sort of combos. At least I don't think it does anyway, and seems like the enemies block it pretty often, but it seems like things are going pretty well for us so far. Man, I just cannot hit anybody with that damn lightning bolt. Come on. Alright. There we go. We got the fatality. It's really funny. I think it's only in Armageddon where like certain characters yell things on the way down. Like Havoc is the most notable one where he just yells, stops his screaming and just says, "Oh man, this is gonna suck," before being exploding at the bottom of the platform. Looks like we got some mirror match action going on here, and I honestly really hate when this happens, but it is what it is. I think that's a really cool alternate color scheme for Nightwolf too. I wish the games just never usually do, which I mean certain games do, like obviously for like Street Fighter and stuff they do, but Mortal Kombat for some reason, even though you can have alternate colors, they never allow you to pick like the actual alternate colors of the outfits like this. Like if I could, I would definitely be playing as his white outfit here. I think that's a drastically cooler outfit, which most of the time the color palette swaps usually stink, but something about this one really works in my opinion. Am I really not far enough? Man, the positioning for the fatalities in the 3D era is really wonky in my opinion. But that's just probably because I suck at it, so I don't know. This is always a cool level too, live at Catan Palace. This is apparently where Goro got lowered into the lava after he was killed, after MK4, or I guess it'd be MK Gold. But I think it was Noob Saibot who just randomly jumped Goro. I can't remember why he did it, but that was the story there. And I don't know, even though Goro, really, he was a villain for the majority of his time, they were really trying to push him as like a really good friend to Katana and stuff like that around this time. And they just kind of didn't really build up the story well enough for it to work. And then obviously Goro would end up betraying her anyway, and I don't think anything really became of it. Because Armageddon story mode, I mean, it's really cool. I love Armageddon story mode, but the issue that comes from it is that they kind of just stopped all storylines for the most part and just kind of went with their own story rather than really kind of finishing things off. Although that said, ooh, we finally got it there, folks. Not the most glamorous fatality. I don't think the fatalities were all that good around this time. I actually liked them a lot better. Like, I think my favorite for the longest time was MK4, which a lot of people really don't like because they were just like, oh, well, it's the same fatalities in 3D. I like the consistency there, but anyway, I mean, as far as the story mode for Armageddon goes and them just kind of scrapping a good chunk of like what they had going on before then, that's just something we would see happen in like pretty much almost every Mortal Kombat game since, really since a long time. Like probably like since Armageddon, but I would not be surprised if like they had that kind of stuff dating back all the way from frickin', you know, MK3 or 2 or whatever. They just like to change and go in different directions often. Kind of like how death doesn't really mean much in Mortal Kombat either. Unless if you're Suhao, you're guaranteed to be killed in every appearance that you show up in if you're Suhao. Man, Cobra's appearance looks so lame in this game. He looks actually pretty cool in like his training outfit. Yeah, I guess I just wasn't far enough. But he looks pretty cool in his training outfit, I feel like, but he just looks so generic in his primary costume. Alright, this is a crazy stage to have to be fighting these guys on, but we can try and use that to our advantage. The thing I always wonder is how the hell did these guys even get out here? Like, imagine if there was just like an opening cutscene or something like that, in which it just shows the two guys running on a bridge that was like collapsing or something, and before they got into the center here. Be pretty funny. I think it's kind of cool though. I could be wrong, but I think in the background there you can see another stage, which would be like the Golden Desert in this game. Because that's what it looks like to me anyway. But I don't think it was ever really confirmed, but maybe it's just a coincidence that... I don't know. But we're at the final boss here, folks, Onaga. I always thought he was a really cool villain, personally. The Dragon King, I mean, come on. Doesn't get any cooler than something like that. Other than, well, Shao Kahn, you know, he did a pretty good job there, but... I think Onaga also, they just did a really good job of establishing him as a legitimately threatening villain. You know, because if... They made it really seem like it was only Shujinko who could have stopped him by, you know, using his own power against him. By, you know, allowing him, you know, giving Shujinko the ability to copy any fighter that he comes across, as well as Shujinko knowing that the power was in the Kami Dogu and stuff like that he collected. So I think the story was very well done in that regard, even though a lot of people don't really like Shujinko. Plus, I mean, the ability to freaking just, you know, raise the dead, to have like a seemingly endless army. I mean, that's a pretty awesome ability there that really didn't get used after this. Like in Armageddon, there's not really any sort of mention of him using that to his, you know, to his advantage or anything like that. Like it would have made the part of Armageddon is really cool. What they have Blaze and Taven and Dagon, their whole thing going on, but at the same time, I just think an ultimate actual battle of like good versus evil would have been really awesome to see in Armageddon, because I feel like a lot, that's what I mean, like the story, it just would have been really cool had we seen a lot more of like the traditional Earthrealm fighters and them banding together to try and figure out how to stop, you know, Zombie Liu Kang and get along without Dark Raiden, I mean without Raiden and stuff like that, figuring out how to get past him, and it's just a whole I just think that would have been a very interesting story, whereas now obviously we're never going to get anything like that again, and I think most people are burnt out on the traditional Earthrealm heroes. Oh no, 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 not like this, not like this. Okay, I'm still alive. Come on, come on, come on. Gee, yeah. Alright, folks. Well, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out next week's episode, the final Mortal Kombat Deception arcade playthrough. But above all else, please remember to have a nice day.
Nightwolf had traversed realms and fought many demons to get to this place deep within the Nether Realm. Using knowledge passed to him from his forefathers, he drew a binding symbol on the ground and chanted the ancient words that would draw the spirit of the Dragon King to this wicked place. Nightwolf had carried the burden long enough. He released the sins of his people into the mystic symbol, and their weight bound Onaga to the Nether Realm. Free of the corruption he had harbored for so long, Nightwolf was expelled from the depths of the Nether Realm and into the unknown.